landscape architect. It's totally a lie, you know, for me, saying that I had some connection to the garden. What I had a connection to was the desire to be an artist. I was never encouraged to be creative. I didn't remember hearing the words. Being creative meant you had some ability. And as a kid, I didn't think I had any abilities. But there was a desire, a natural desire to put something down and mimic. This was really about self-expression.
The No Name Garden was a temporary month-long installation in a plaza designed by Isamu Noguchi in Little Tokyo. It's easy to talk about this garden because it no longer exists, only in images. The design team was trying to figure out a way to alter people's perception of this large paved urban open space by creating a meaningful sculptural landscape installation where people would gather and interpret the space totally differently.
The idea came to me in a dream. I was dreaming of a floating green circle. I woke up and drew the circle. I then remembered that there was a 40-foot diameter scribed circle in the plaza that Noguchi used to handle the drainage. I saw the connections. The circle defined the edge of the grass and became the primary defining element of the scheme.
The second element of the installation was a 3-foot wide blue carpet that bisected the grass, ran up the stairs and over the wall, an urban garden connection that symbolically connected the city to a pile of compost, a metaphor of decomposition, the cycle of life. Lastly, the design team placed a 5-foot-high sprinkler head in the center of the circle, representative of the 5 feet of water required annually to maintain turf in Southern California. It had this amazingly subtle aural component. The users, the office workers, would open their windows and listen to the sprinkler head throughout the afternoon. This temporary landscape is more powerful because it's there, people use it, and then it's gone. It becomes part of people's memory. Otherwise, it would become an ordinary, everyday thing. Infinet is a global telecommunications software company.
What is software? Ones and zeros. It is intangible.
The architectural concept was to create a container where the software company could exist, and the landscape design was an expression of that, the hardware around the software. This technological innovation at Infonet was further expressed by the innovative solutions the design team came up with to maintain the design concept and satisfy the needs of the client. For example, the city of El Segundo requires a parking lot to satisfy a designated number of parking spaces. But the client desired a large plaza for the employees and corporate events.
It is a parking lot for people with benches, trees, detailed paving.
This side of the box is defined by a series of green screen fences. In order to maintain its potential as a parking lot, the green screens are continued across the driveways, but are placed in movable planters in case cars need to enter. One feature of the concept was the idea of a ship moving through the landscape, which is expressed by the angles and layering of grasses, ground covers, and bamboos. However, in order to control the aggressive bamboo roots, the design team used concrete manhole rings as planters, with root barrier down below. The end result is a beautifully rhythmic landscape of filtered light.
I don't see any value in recreating what we call the native and natural experience. I'm more interested in the abstract qualities of nature it's like a painting. That's why whenever we do work here that lacks that, it's like there's a void. But if you can bring forth a story, a narrative that ties them, the client or the culture, the environment, the ecology, into a overall whole vision, I think there's a lot of power.
The Los Angeles River Center is located north of downtown, at the confluence of the Los Angeles River and the Arroyo Seco. The design team created this park at the River Center as an abstraction of the river itself. The fountain source, an 8-foot circular disc of inlaid tile, was inspired by a visit to the headwaters of the arroyo at Switzer Falls. The water then flows through a meandering channel formed by recycled broken concrete, suggesting the character of the San Gabriel Mountains. It then flows into a more formal straight-edge concrete channel, concealing and revealing itself, just as the Los Angeles River does in its channelized urban form. The fountain then descends into an estuary-like condition, highlighted by bold curvilinear forms and wetland plant material. The water is then collected in a bottom pool and recirculated, filtered, and pumped back to the source fountain, recalling the natural evapotranspiration cycle.
This firm was created as an expression of my ability to do landscape architecture. This environment where people can feel inspired, creative, feel like they can contribute and participate as a team member is my major accomplishment.